Welcome to Me and My Golf TV and welcome to Orange County National. I'm Andy Proudman.
And I'm Piers Ward, and today we're talking about the role of the right wrist at impact. Really important. Let's take charge of your game. Okay, it's time for the Impact Show. This is where we answer your questions on your golf swing to create more impact in your game.
Yes, make sure you get involved. Go to the Facebook, Twitter and Instagram today and post your questions on today's topic.
Absolutely. Right, before we actually start the video, big thank you to Orange County National for putting us up here at the facility. It's an amazing practice area. Thank you to Core Golf Academy as well, letting us use their practice tee. Check these guys out as well. They work with a lot of top players. Andy, just before we do get into the video more, what a facility this is, what a practice area.
It's pretty big, isn't it?
360 degrees. You can hit the ball into whatever wind you like. If there's a wind blowing, there's 3 golf courses. Food's actually pretty nice.
And there's no trees, there's nothing, no danger out there, is there?
Really good. Make sure you have the blackened mahi as well. That is a fantastic sandwich. All right then, so today the question is from JW Sicardi. The topic, Andy, was all about impact. Now, JW asked this question, but actually numerous people did ask this question. Where should the right hand for the right-handed golfer be at impact?
Okay,
right question?
The right wrist, yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's just first of all go through impact, what impact should look like. I know a lot of you may know this already, but still people have sort of get it wrong. It's surprising how many people get into an impact which is similar to their address position. So let's just go into setup from here, which is pretty neutral here. Impact, we're going to see the shaft lean forward, okay, with an iron here. Shaft's more towards the target, the weight is transferred into our lead side and the lower body has rotated. Now take a look at the impact here. My lead wrist, okay, my left wrist is flat to bowed, but my right wrist is still slightly bent back, okay, so we have a bent right wrist at impact. Now this isn't where we see the most amateurs, okay. Most amateurs we see at impact are a little bit more either a flat wrist, okay, or even this sort of bowed wrist here, which causes contact issues, but also power and some trajectory issues as well, Piers.
And they had that bent wrist. That bent wrist is there for a long time in the golf swing, but it just unbends, uncocks too early.
Yeah.
And the best players in the world, they sort of delay that uncocking. We talk about lag. So what that is, what we want to see. As you said, we often see this.
Yeah.
So Andy, with that said, we've got a pretty good drill to help us, haven't we?
We've got a really simple drill that's going to help create the feeling of what this right wrist does through the hitting area, okay? So what we're going to do, we're literally going to take the left hand off, okay? We're going to place your hand on the golf club here. Now what we're going to do on the backswing, we're going to do almost like a chip backswing, Piers.
Yeah.
We're going to create a little bit of a bend in the wrist, but what we're going to do then, we're going to swing through, maintaining that bend, okay? More like a chip swing, we're going to hold the finish. Now what we should see here is the butt of the club pointing towards your lead hip, but also I've still maintained the bend in the wrist, Piers.
Got it.
Let's do that one more time. So little chip swing, I've got a little bit of bend in the wrist, swing through, maintain the bend in the wrist, but stop, have some feedback. The butt of the club should be pointing at the hip. Now if we do what a lot of golfers do and early release or lose the bend in the wrist here, we're going to see a couple of things. We're going to see the butt end of the club is nowhere near pointed towards my hip. Okay, I've created a lot of loft through impact, but also here, look at the right wrist.
Yeah.
We've lost any bend we had. It's actually really hard to hold it here as well. There's a lot of strain on the back of this wrist, so you'll notice that when you do it as well. So we're actually going to hit shots doing this as well.
Let's get him on. So let's talk people through a little bit as well. So obviously you'll notice when Andy is doing this, he's not doing it all with his arm and the wrist. His body is moving. So from there, you can see that his hips are rotated, his chest is rotated. His arm has kind of been pulled and levered down by the body. And this is what you should do when you hit this shot. You should stop, freeze, check out. I always say, if there's a laser beam coming out the shaft, out the butt end of the club, we want it pointing at the hip. If it points a little outside it, then that's not the end of the world.
But it's a good feedback drill. I know we're only hitting sort of small chips here, but it's a great way to help you just feel what that impact is like through. And you know what, when you hit a shot and you hold it and you've done this, okay, you're going to see what's happened. You're going to see exactly that you broke the wrist down. You're going to see that the shaft's not pointing at your hip, and it's just a great awareness drill. I do this with a lot of my players, and it really does help create that awareness. And then when you've done that, you can go straight into playing the shot with 2 hands on, creating that same feeling. Another key thing to think about is also just make sure on the way through the club face is still rotated. What we don't want to see is this, because that is too much. The club face is too square. We still have to have an element of rotation of that face.
That is important, because a lot of people, when they work at that right wrist position, they leave the face out and point it and shove it out to the right there, even get some nasty contacts. But yeah, I think that drill is probably one of our best. We have got lots of other ones that we've done on the website, meandmygolf.com, and obviously on the YouTube videos with that right wrist position, but that's one of the real strong ones that we use.
It is, and it's a very simple way. Just, I mean, you know, give that a go. You can even do that at home. You don't need to have big swings. Just really train the motion of what it's like through impact. It's going to make a big difference once you progress that to the full swing.
Tempo was really good when you were doing those.
Soft.
You weren't trying to hit it
No,
hard.
no.
You were letting the body lead and then keeping it.
It's hard to do. That looks easy. It's hard to do.
It made it look very easy. Okay, JW, I hope this helps, and all the other people who actually mentioned about the right wrist position. So guys, don't forget, go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, posting your questions on the Impact Show, #Impact Show, and we look forward
Keep them coming.
to seeing you soon.
Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot.